You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
The San Francisco 49ers have been dealing with a cloud of uncertainty around wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk's return from his knee injury, and that cloud got a little darker when general manager John Lynch recently said Aiyuk was not close to coming back. That remark sparked a wave of speculation, especially since head coach Kyle Shanahan had previously pointed to Week 6 as a potential return window. Fans were left wondering, was there a setback? Was Aiyuk's season in jeopardy? On Friday, Shanahan took some time to clear the air. He explained that Lynch's comments weren't meant to suggest that Aiyuk was falling behind schedule or facing new complications. Instead, Shanahan emphasized that the team doesn't yet have a firm target date for his return. In his words, once the medical staff provides a more exact time frame, that's when it will make sense to start treating the timeline as concrete. Until then, everything remains a range of possibilities. Earlier in the summer, Shanahan had thrown out Week 6 as a rough milestone for Aiyuk, but even then he made it clear that the actual timing could shift in either direction. He said it could just as easily be Week 5 or Week 10, depending on how the recovery progresses. The important point was simply that nobody expected Aiyuk to be ready for Week 1, so the team wasn't hanging its hopes on an early season return. It's also worth remembering the severity of Aiyuk's injury. He suffered ACL and MCL tears, along with other damage in the knee, a major setback that almost always requires extended recovery. For someone to return in less than a year from that kind of injury would have been ambitious to begin with. That's why hearing he's not close shouldn't be seen as bad news or a surprise. It's more a reflection of how carefully the 49ers are handling his rehabilitation. The message from Shanahan was clear. The focus is not on rushing Aiyuk back, but on making sure he returns healthy and ready to contribute at a high level. After all, he's not just any receiver, he's an all-pro talent who can change games when fully healthy. The team understands that pushing too quickly could risk his long-term future, and that's a chance they're simply not willing to take. So while the Week 6 speculation continues to linger, the reality is that Aiyuk's comeback will depend entirely on how his body responds and what the doctors decide. Whether it ends up being earlier or later, the 49ers' priority remains the same: getting Brandon Aiyuk back at 100%, even if it means waiting longer than fans might hope. In the end, the payoff of having him fully ready will outweigh the frustration of the wait. Stay subscribed for more videos.